I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
Today, the Supreme Court handed down a landmark decision on abortion. With the details, here's Susan Lancaster in Memphis.
In an 8-1 landmark decision, the Supreme Court has ruled that parents have the right to abort the fetus through its 5th year of life. With me are Mr. and Mrs. Robert Dorset. They brought this case to the Supreme Court after struggling through the lower courts for 4.5 years. Well, Mr. Dorset, you finally won. How does it feel?
Oh, great, Susan. I mean, really great. Maybe we can now start living our lives again.
We're very relieved that this whole thing is over.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tear them all up while you can. You're a dead man, Timmy.
You hear that, you little prick? Dead!
This has been a very long and costly battle for us, Susan. I mean, all our savings are gone. I've had to remortgage the house, and now I have 2 jobs. The lawyer fees are going to cost, well over $50,000.
Was it worth it?
Every penny, Susan.
Timmy, shut your mouth!
Let go!
God, they're here.
Let go! You're an animal, you know that, Timmy? An animal, that's what you are, an animal! Get in there!
In the only dissenting opinion, Supreme Court Justice Walgren said that he feared for his 3-year-old life.
You hear? You're gonna get it, you little asshole! Get it! You're gonna get it! You're gonna get it!
For Mr. and Mrs. Robert Dorset, this is a dream come true. For Temmy, well, an ironic note. Tomorrow would have been his 5th birthday. In Memphis, this is Susan Lancaster.
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review. There's another paid request, this time from Chris Rogers. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, review, re-review, reaction, topic, randomness, out of the blueness, feel free. You just send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If you want to. If not, no worries. But this is for something called Prime Time. I'm like, what is this? But it is on YouTube. I will warn you though, if you watch it on YouTube, they did the mirror thing, so they flipped the image. So if you have like text on it, it's backwards. And also the opening credits are gone. So it is a bit weird to watch it, but apparently this is a very rare film. Because I guess one of the titles is called Prime Time. Prime Time's alternate title is American Raspberry. I just the raspberry, that, that type of thing. It's a parody film. If you've seen films like the Kentucky Fried Movie or Amazon Women on the Moon, it's in that vein, where it's a lot of little skits put together. It's not really a movie. It's just, again, a series of these skits put together for 80 or so minutes. I guess this had a budget like $30,000, so nothing with a budget. I guess at one point it was going to be released by Warner Brothers, and they rejected it. They said, we can't release this. The info says Canon Pictures got in, distributed it briefly. Maybe that's some of the rights where I guess this film doesn't even have a DVD. Like an official DVD. I don't mean like a DVD-R, but like, I don't think this has an official DVD. And I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, it's not a comedy classic. The whole point of it is this series of strange, very, very un-PC, rude, crude, offensive commercials, and mainly like commercials or programming. And then it cuts to once in a while like the president and other politicians being upset. Where is this coming from? What is this happening? Or people in the crowd watching on TV go, what the hell is this? Where's the baseball game? You know, that kind of stuff. So once in a while it cuts to that, but it's mainly this series of fake commercials, which I like that idea. I like the idea of a film being fake It's kind of, it's almost like watching, if you remember Stay Tuned, the John Ritter film, which to me is an underrated flick. And from time to time you watch the TV, you see these weird, quirky commercials. Only that was because that's from the cable channel from hell, literally. It's kind of in that vein, and to me that's interesting. Because it's unique, it's not the norm, it's still better than movie 43, and it's still better than an inappropriate comedy. And, you know, the version on YouTube was only 1 hour and 15 minutes. It does lose steam, and with comedy being subjective, you may not find any of this shit funny. Some of it I went, that's really dark. But I'm like, okay, well, the point of it is to be offensive to the people in the real world, but I'm like, well, some of these are a bit too dark that just, they're not funny. There's, what the fuck, but let me just tell you what some of this stuff is. A Puerto Rico air travel commercial, where in the plane, there's literally a ceiling fan for the AC. There's a guy with a chicken, and the stewardess, oh, no live chickens. So off screen, he kills the chicken, and she's like, the carry-on service. So someone has a dead body that they put on for their carry-on service in a body bag. There's big crosses on the plane. Again, I'm sure people would call this fucking racist, but it's on PC. And I think that's also, it was kind of fun to watch this in such a PC world. Like, there's no way this shit would be done. Okay, like, there's a congressman who we find out is a fake congressman, is not a real congressman, doing a speech. Now, he's doing a speech to an audience that only has 2 people in it, but he's doing a speech like it's the thousands and thousands. A white guy shoots him, runs off, who shot him? And they go to the one other guy, and it's a black guy, and it must have been you. And I'm sure there's a lot of words you could say about that, but it does kind of give a punch to, I guess, profiling. I don't know how else you want to put it. There's a commercial for Stay Down, which is a spray that if you have those unwanted erections during parties, spray down. Or stay down, not spray, stay down. And just random shit, like, okay, it's a televangelist, but then it cuts down, it's a poodle. Coming up, poodles for Christ. And the thing is, even if you don't find one funny, it goes in such rapid succession that you're done with that, and then here's the next one, and you're done with that, and here's the next one. And that's kind of the, I look at it as a positive, where, okay, that didn't work, but you're on to the next one. I do think Amazon Women on the Moon and Kentucky Fried Movie are more consistently funny. I honestly think Amazon Women on the Moon did that the best. And Kentucky Fried Movie, I'd say, did it better than this. I know there were other movies that did this. There was one called The Groove Tube. There's a few others. I think there's one called Loose Shoes, which I remember not caring for. Like, but this, like Warren Oates from Stripes and Blue Thunder, he's in one where, okay, they're going on a hunting, but then it's the Charles Whitman Invitational. And so they're shooting of the text, and they're shooting, oh, I got him, oh, I begged my limit. And they put dead bodies on their car as if they're deer. And I'm like horrified. I'm like, if you don't know who Charles Whitman is the guy who was on the tower and started shooting people. The Charles Whitman Invitation, I went, oh my god. If that's what I mean, it's like, it's dark, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to laugh or be horrified. There's one, like, 30-second thing where it's a prank show, and a guy looks up, something just dunked on him, and then the title of the show is The Shitheads. I will admit that did make me go, because I didn't see it coming. Or Congress has ruled that parents can abort the fetus through its 5th year of life. So they're talking to the parents, and they see the little kid just tearing up and being a brat, and the parents like, you hear that, you little prick? You're gonna be dead. Yeah, you don't dare, you little asshole. And the way that played out, that did make me laugh. Again, it's very dark and it's crude, but I will admit that did make me laugh. They did find it funny. Or there's a guy with no legs, and he's a mailman, and he's doing his job, but he's also doing it poorly because he's got no legs, and he's rolling trying to get the mail out. And then the title is Fire the Handicapped. They're nothing but trouble. I would... Jesus Christ. That's what I mean with this, is that, like, there's another, it pans across the fucking locker room. Do you remember this? The snap of a towel and skin. The shower, when you all shared together. Do you remember that? Well, if you do, you're gay. I'm Fred Dryer. What? It just, this is, and there's lame ones. There's like a close-up of a nipple, and coming soon. Why do men have nipples? But okay, it's bad, it's stupid, but that only lasted 10 seconds. We're on to the next one. Oh, enjoy the Bullseye International Treat. And it goes through all this, I'm making this food, and it pops up, and there's nothing in it. We believe you'll eat anything. There are some that go on too long, and those are the weaker ones. There's one about, it's a religious thing, and they're singing about, oh, you'll be my baby, and then God says, no, it'll be my baby. That goes on too long. It wasn't really that funny. The worst part is, it does this Charlie's Angels parody called, what the fuck was it called? Manny's Nymphs. It's a parody of Charlie's Angels. The only difference, everyone is overweight. The 3 girls are overweight, the bad guy's overweight, and there's like no other jokes. And they're not telling fat jokes. They're not telling jokes where, oh, look at them eating, and, oh, I spilled spaghetti on my... No, it's nothing with that. It's just literally the only joke is every person is overweight, but they're playing it just like the typical Charlie's Angels episode. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, okay. And they just keep going and going. I'm like, this is going on for way too long. What the... I get it, everyone's overweight. And again... There's not even they're telling fat jokes. It's just not even telling jokes. It's just That was the worst part of it. And that should have been completely cut out. Not that it's offensive, because it wasn't even offending. It was just, oh, everyone just happens to be big bone, but it just... Where is the humor? And why is this going on for so long? So that was the worst one. That whole thing could have been cut out. And would have saved like 5 minutes or so of the movie. But there are jokes at work, like milk, the reusable container. And it's a guy sucking on a woman's nipple. We have milk. We have them now in reusable containers. The way it's... I never heard them referred to as reusable containers. Or it's a commercial for CB radios and a trucker picks them up and the guy's like, oh, you know, yeah, I have my hair, but I'm not a girl. And the trucker's like, I don't care. I'm going to fuck you anyway. Or like there's a picture of a starving family. You could help this family for the price of 2 cigarettes. That's right. 2 cigarettes. And then it's a promotion for the General Tobacco Company. Like, oh, look how cheap 2 cigarettes are. One of the best ones is there's a guy on a motorcycle trying to sell this. Because I remember these back in the day where they were trying to sell the greatest hits on the CD. Back then it was record. But this guy is selling it, and it's the way the guy played it. I don't know who this actor is, but it's the way he's saying, you got great hits like, you died the night I stabbed you, the love theme from Godzilla. Again, the way he said that, and I don't know why now, stupid lighting. I had the poster away from the window because it was dark. Now it's getting too bright. So I'll have like a big halo now. So maybe God approves of this. Maybe God, this is a sign of God approving. Stop being so damn PC. Have a little bit of un-PC in your life. And again, not all this humor works, but it was at least interesting to watch. Because it's short. It's only an hour and change. And if one doesn't work, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 7, maybe none. But maybe some will work. And again, it's free on YouTube. Again, it's just they mirrored it, so some of the text would be paused and learn how to read backwards. If it's not released on DVD, I don't know why the guy had to mirror the image. Are they really going to block this film when there's no fucking release of it? Well, it's YouTube. What am I saying? Like, there's another one where... Well, I guess I'm giving them all away. I guess I won't give them all away. So, I'll stop giving them away. Maybe I gave too much. But... Again, there's not really a story. So it's hard to talk about the story. The ending was a bit confusing. I didn't quite understand what happened. Spoiler alert. Spoilers. Did the president blow up the whole America? Like, did he blow up the whole America? Because, like, we don't know where this is coming from. Then he just hits a button, and then there's an explosion. And then I'm like, so did he blow up all of America? Like, I didn't understand what the fuck happened with the ending. Why did he blow up all of America? Or did he blow up a section of America? Okay. Did someone else it was a weird way to end it. I would say it was a weird way to end the film, at least to me. Familiar faces. Warren Oates is the only one I could recognize. There's maybe 2 others. I'm like, I think I know that, but I don't know. Like I say, it's a film that's fun to watch, being so un-PC. I mean, there are segments that seem a bit too dark, to the point, well, this isn't really funny. Or they go a bit too long. And this has very low ratings on IMDb, so there's not going to be a lot of people that like this film. But, again, it's not consistently funny. There are segments that could have been easily taken out, but I got enough chuckles out of this. I got enough. I like some of the creativity with some of these fake commercials. And again, just some of the just don't give a fuck attitude. It's kind of nice to see in the stifled PC world of today. Yeah, if you want to see some un-PC stuff, check out Primetime. Again, it's a fuckload better than movie 43. And it's supposed to be distasteful. That's part of the story. I did get some chuckles out of it. I'll admit that. It's not best comedy. I got more chuckles out of it than, say, again, Loose Shoes or some movie similar to this. But I wish they would do a movie like this nowadays. Like fake commercials, take the piss out of the world of today. Of course, commercials aren't really a thing nowadays because not many people watch TV. If you do watch TV, you watch streaming. And they force you to watch commercials, but you either get ad blocker on your computer or you know, that it's a different world from what is today. So I guess you can't really make this film today. But yeah, this was an interesting watch at the very least. It was, again, interesting. So I liked it. But with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.